Hi, I'm Erin Hart. I am a registered nurse, a mom, a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, a recovering food addict, and a health coach. I've recently lost 125 pounds and gone from a size 3XL to a size small, but much more importantly, I've gained peace and freedom around food. So I'm putting out weekly content each Friday on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to show you how I've done it. I really want to share what I've learned this year and help you to achieve the goals that you have for your health. If I can do this, you can too. So today I want to share a little more about my food plan. Specifically, I'm going to talk about whole grains. I've lost more than 125 pounds this year without consistently exercising. It's just been focusing on my nutrition that has helped me to reach my goal of losing all of my excess weight. I love the food I eat. I enjoy a variety of colorful, delicious, and nutritious food. I eat a balance of every food group. And one of my favorite foods that people are always surprised to learn that I eat are whole grains. There is so much information out there today about carbs, so I want to share what I've learned about the importance of including whole grains as part of a healthy diet. Complex carbohydrates in the form of whole grains are an amazing fuel source for your body that gives you so much energy as well as nutrients and fiber that your body needs to function properly. When I say whole grains, I mean grains that are not processed into a fine powder. I believe that eating food in its whole, unprocessed, or minimally processed form is really important. Some of the whole grains I love are quinoa, rice, farro, oatmeal, grits, polenta, wheat berries, or cream of wheat. And for my purposes of losing weight, I included white potatoes and sweet potatoes into my grain portion, even though they aren't technically grains, but they are such a healthy, complex carbohydrate, so I use them in place of a grain occasionally. So there are even some crackers, cereals, sprouted breads, and tortillas that all work great. If you don't want to have any sugar, so they work great if they don't have flour and sugar in the first three ingredients. Some of the ones that I love are shredded wheat, unsweetened puffed rice or puffed wheat, Fiber One, Ezekiel cereal, Triscuits, Mary's crackers, or sweet potato crackers. There are also Ezekiel English muffins and tortillas, and bread that are all sugar and flour free and much less processed than regular bread products, but I don't eat those very often. But stay away from those types of products if they trigger you to overeat. But these are all compliant if you eat the appropriate portion. An appropriate portion for whole grains for men and women during the weight loss phase is 1 ounce for dry grains and 4 ounces for cooked grains or potatoes. And it's best to eat 1 serving of them in the morning so that you can utilize the energy that they provide during your day. I am in the maintenance phase and I am eating whole grains at every meal now, and it is so great. I have so much energy, and as you get closer to your goal, you'll add in more food to slow your weight loss. I'll post videos about how to transition to maintenance, but during the weight loss phase, it's recommended to just have 1 serving of whole grains in the morning. Whole, unprocessed grains are a great source of energy, vitamins, minerals, and fiber. The fiber in whole grains helps to keep you satiated and full, and this is important when you're trying to lose weight. The reason that you want whole grains in a minimally processed form are because whole grains that are ground into a fine powder hit your bloodstream very quickly, and they can spike your blood sugar. Also, the processing itself removes a lot of the nutrients and the fiber, so That is so important and beneficial for your health. So you don't want those to be removed. So keeping your grains as close to its natural form is the best for you. Think of oats, for example. Oats are the best, but quick oats are fine. You just prefer, it's just best if you keep whole oats instead of processing them into quick oats. But I'd stay away from oat flour or any grain that's ground up into a flour. Whole grains in their natural state provide you sustained energy without spiking your blood sugar. This is important because when you spike your blood sugar, your body releases a bolus of insulin in response. This is problematic because insulin blocks leptin, which is the hormone in your body that makes you feel full and want to move. If you're trying to lose weight, you want leptin on board because it helps you to feel satiated and it makes you want to be active. So when leptin is blocked, you will eat even when you are full. Have you ever finished a big meal and then gone to the fridge looking for more? I definitely struggled with that insatiable hunger and was never really satisfied by an appropriately portioned meal. I would do that all the time, and I gained so much weight from overeating to the point where I was 300 pounds when I delivered my third baby. Having stable blood sugars and not big spikes and low dips is really important when you're losing weight and maintaining a healthy weight, because if your leptin is on board, you'll feel full and satisfied, and you'll want to be active. It was really interesting going through this change. I felt that switch go off in my brain after a while of eating my meal plan. It was amazing. When my leptin kicked in, my hunger decreased dramatically, and I just felt so much more energy, and I wanted to move and run up the stairs. So having energy to keep up with my kids is really important to me, and a lot of people ask me about how I eat this way with a family. I'll go into depth in another video, but in regard to whole grains, I thought I'd just share some thoughts. So I have 3 adorable little girls. They're 8, 6, and 1, and I've treaded really carefully around them this year as I've been losing weight, and I try really hard not to talk about losing weight in front of them. Our verbiage at home is focusing on making healthy choices and taking care of our bodies. I don't label foods as good or bad. Kids are born as intuitive eaters, and my hope for them is that I won't mess up their intuitive eating. So thankfully my kids are still little, and I prepare most of their food, so I try to feed them whole unprocessed grains instead of sugar and flour when they're at home. It's the easiest for my baby. She'll eat everything that I eat. My older kids are a little pickier, but I just don't restrict my kids from eating sugar and flour in moderation. They get it everywhere, at their friends' houses, at school, at grandma's house, and I don't have a lot of control over that. And I realize that my kids don't have the same issues with food that I do. So I don't restrict them at all from eating foods with processed sugar and flour. I feel like my role is to teach them what is healthy and to model good eating habits at home, and then let them choose when they're outside of the home. I offer them healthy choices for their meals and snacks in the home, and I do not buy junk food to keep in my house. The whole grains that they eat often include sugar-free cereals, sugar and flour-free pancakes and muffins that we make, oatmeal, rice, quinoa, whole grain pastas, whole grain breads, low-sugar granola bars, and potatoes. So they love ricotta pancakes made with oats, ricotta cheese, eggs, and maple extract. Those are totally sugar and flour-free. They also love the blueberry muffins I make with oatmeal yogurt, nut butter, egg, and banana, and blueberries. So they're really getting used to eating less sugar and flour home, but I still keep whole grain bread and pasta at home for them. We also will make treats from clean ingredients and sweetened with honey or coconut sugar for them. They love spending time making treats together, and it's a great alternative compared to junk food that you can buy at the store. My favorite recipe book for the kids is Clean Simple Eats, the treats. They have 2 treat cookbooks, and I don't eat those foods anymore myself, but I feel like it's a great option for treats for my kids. I don't feel tempted to eat treats that I make with the kids, but if it's too hard for you to stay on plan, I would just buy treats from the store for specific occasions instead of making it and then keep it on a shelf so it's out of your line of sight. It's so hard to help kids to make healthy choices when they're bombarded with unhealthy choices everywhere they go. But I just try to teach them and tell them a treat is not a treat if you have it every day. So I found that if I model healthy eating consistently, they naturally want to follow. And it's taken time to get to that point of them making healthy choices independently, but their taste buds have really changed this year, and they are making much better choices than they used to. So we need to be careful with our conversations at home in regard to weight and body image and eating. They are listening to what you say about your body, and they're watching you closely. So you don't have to preach to them. They're learning from your example. As with all of the advice that I give, I recommend consulting with your doctor. And in regard to your kids' diet, it's really important to consult with their pediatrician when you are considering diet changes for your family. So unless you have a specific allergy, I encourage you to add whole, minimally processed grains to your diet. They will give you tons of sustained energy, prevent spikes and drops of blood sugar, and they'll keep you feeling full and satisfied throughout the day. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you're looking for whole grain recipes or other healthy recipes and inspiration, follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Erin Hart Health Coaching. Also, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and share this video with your friends and family. Stay tuned for more weekly videos to help you on your path to wellness. See you next time.